Hello, in this video I shall be doing 5 topics now. The first topic is Athena Swan. So Athena Swan is a gender charter that is the initiative of United Kingdom in the year 2005. So this is about Scientific Women's Academic Network. The full form of SWAN is Scientific Women's Academic Network, that is to promote women participation in academics that are related to scientific things. So this is a network of that. So this is the basic meaning of SWAN, Athena Swan. So as I've told, this is a UK initiative. UK's Gender Equality Charter has started this in the year 2005. This is about promotion of gender equality in STEM. So we know what is STEM. The full form of STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics and medicine. So all of these fields, they need women participation and encouragement for women to participate in these fields. So this is working towards this encouragement for women into these fields of STEM. And India also adopted Athena Swan. So along with all other countries, though it's a UK initiative, this is taken up by the whole world. So India is one country that adopted Athena Swan. And in India, this STEM promotion of STEM and gender equality for women is all being taken up by, or the nodal agency to look after this is Department of Science and Technology under the Government of India. So this is how the Government of India has come up with promotion of women in these fields of science and technology. So this is to promote basically participation of women in science and technology. So this is Athena Swan is a very important subject in point of view of gender equality and women participation and upliftment and all. The next topic is 123 agreement. So 123 agreement is an agreement between India and USA. So this is about civil nuclear energy agreement. So in order to purchase all the machinery or mechanics or material that is related to nuclear energy, civil nuclear energy, to purchase it from USA, India made an agreement with USA, that is 123 agreement. So this agreement is about nuclear material purchase. So basically the purchasing is between India. India is going to buy this from USA and USA is going to sell its civil nuclear energy materials to India through this 123 agreement. So recently this is in news because the agreement is extended for over 10 years more. So this agreement and everything happened in a particular center called GCNEP. The full form of it is Global Center for Nuclear Energy Partnership. So this is the place where the agreement took place between India and USA, Global Center for Nuclear Energy Partnership. There is a delay of 3 years for signing this agreement between the two countries. The reason for 3-year delay of this signature or this agreement is India is not a signatory of NPT. NPT is Non-Proliferation Treaty. So for buying and selling these nuclear material things and all, for having this purchase, one must be a signatory of NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty signatory. But India unfortunately is not a signatory of Non-Proliferation Treaty. Had it been a signatory, this agreement and so many other agreements would have been very smoother. But India is not a signatory of NPT, so there is a 3-year delay for signing this particular agreement. The next topic is Hayabusa 2. So Hayabusa is the name of a spacecraft, a Japanese spacecraft. So this is recently in news because this is approaching towards Earth from its target area. So it has gone to an asteroid called Ryugu asteroid. So Japan has sent Hayabusa 2 to an asteroid called Ryugu, and after completing its work over there, it is approaching towards Earth and it is expected to reach to Earth by December 6th this particular year in 2020. So this is in news. And this asteroid Ryugu is away from the Earth with 300 million kilometers. So this is around 180 million miles. So this is the distance at which Ryugu is placed, and Hayabusa 2 has gone to this particular asteroid. And after an year-long journey from this asteroid, it is reaching Earth now, and it is bringing soil samples along with it. So this Hayabusa 2 has got a capsule. So it is fitted with a capsule, and this capsule contains soil samples of asteroid Ryugu. So these samples in a capsule are expected to be dropped in southern Australia. So this is the target area on Earth where it is going to drop the soil samples or this capsule with soil samples. So this is going to approach India or to come to its destination on December 6, 2020. And very important aspect of these soil samples that we get from asteroid Ryugu is that it can provide clues to the origin of solar system. So any data or any clue that we can have for the origin of solar system, so any research can be constructed from this soil samples that are being brought by Hayabusa 2. So this is very important even for the further research on Earth by the spacecraft Hayabusa 2. The next topic is La glottophobie. So glottophobia, the meaning of it is accent-based discrimination. So la is to ban. So the basic meaning of la glottophobia is ban accent-based discrimination. So accent is the type of pronunciation that one gets based on the region or based on the country or social status or whatever basis. One starts an accent of his own, or a particular locality starts an accent of its own of some language. So this is definitely a pronunciation, but a different kind of pronunciation, a unique kind of pronunciation based on a place or based on the socio-economic conditions or culture of that place. So to ban this kind of discrimination on a particular accent of a language, La glottophobia has started. So glottophobia is accent-based discrimination. To ban this is La glottophobia. So this is passed as a law in French Parliament, in the lower house of French Parliament. This is passed as a law. And the bill of La glottophobia got approved in the lower house of French Parliament by 98 votes. So that's how it has become a law. And the National Assembly of France has approved this La glottophobia by this win. And now the pronounced regional accents are going to be encouraged well because of this particular law that is made in France. So the pronounced regional accents are going to be encouraged or going to be nurtured, and they are not going to be discriminated. So France in this way has become the first country to give this very important prominence to a particular accent and to ban discrimination on accents. So this is the first country, and this is a very positive step to promote ethnic kinds of pronunciations or accents in the world. The next topic is, last topic is International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. So people of Palestine, they need solidarity, and we shall see why. And this is there is an international day observed for this. So that is on November 29th. So every November 29th, this is an annual observance that has started from 1977. So since 1977, we are observing a particular day for Palestinian people or the Palestine. This is announced by the United Nations General Assembly that an observatory day must be specially for Palestinian people, because on this particular day there was the partition of Palestine. We know Palestine was partitioned, so the particular day for Palestine partition was on November 29, 1947. So because on this day, as Palestine was partitioned, this is announced as International Day to show solidarity towards that particular country and people of that country. So the Assembly adopted this resolution of partition on November 29, 1947. So since 1977, we are having this particular day observation by the announcement of United Nations General Assembly. This is International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. So these are all the 5 topics for today, and thank you.